Good morning, good evening, good night, whenever you're watching this channel. First, subscribe. I was talking about last week, you probably seen my video, about my wife and her friends going to the Bahamas. And you know me, I like to do my research before I do anything. Kind of like this vaccine. When my wife and her friends all went to the Bahamas, if you've been vaccinated, you just upload your card. If you're not vaccinated, you have to take a COVID test to get into the Bahamas. But when you're coming back, it was a different story. Regardless if you've had a vaccination, you still had to get a COVID test to come back in the States. So my wife and her friends went Friday, and the day they were traveling, they changed the rule. They said regardless if you've been vaccinated or not, you still have to take a COVID test to get into the Bahamas. So they changed it because they found out that people that are vaccinated are still coming up with COVID. You know, it's a mild case, but they are vaccinated and they don't have a lot of the symptoms. Like I'm gonna tell you, I'm not for or against the vaccination, but if you look at research, they found out the best vitamin for you is vitamin D, and that's the sun. You notice that they telling everybody to stay in the house, but to get your vaccination or to get your vitamins, you need to be in the sun. And it's kind of confusing to me a little bit because like big companies like Walmart, even the military now, are gonna require people to join the military to get vaccinated. And you know that they mention vaccinated and unvaccinated. They never mention stuff like saying if you got natural immunities. Like me and my wife, I told y'all before in videos that we both have COVID there in February of this year, 2021. And you know me, I'm gonna test, I test that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, because I'm not gonna go with the first results, because I've seen some people test one day and the next day, first day they test positive, next day they test negative. So I tested 3 times within 5 days and I was positive. So I was for sure I was positive. But you know, the mind is very powerful. So I tested positive. So I did have some of the symptoms. But I know now I test almost every month and also test my immunity. I do have antibodies. So why don't they mention stuff about natural antibodies? If you got natural antibodies, why can't they give you a card that say, hey, this person has natural antibodies? Why do they say vaccinated and unvaccinated? It doesn't make sense to me. So like my wife, and I'll try to explain to my wife, her job is requiring them probably in September or October to get vaccinated. You know, even though she have the natural immunities, and we found out through research that if you have natural immunities, the vaccine doesn't really matter. It doesn't make anything better or worse. So the natural immunity is as good as the vaccination, but you never hear the CDC say that. Only thing they say is that people need to be vaccinated. So if I got the natural immunities and I've tested positive, and then I tested again at the quarantine negative, and I have antibodies, why do I need to get a vaccine? Is it helping me? Who is it helping? You know, do the government or do people really care if we get the vaccine or not? Why don't they consider this as a flu, like the flu season? You make the decision if you want to take the vaccine or not. And what's going to be really strange is in November and December during flu season. You know, people getting the flu and they're going to have these symptoms. What are they going to call it? Are they going to call it COVID or the flu? And a lot of people have been walking around and they don't know they had COVID or not. But those people, should they get vaccinated? I don't know. That's up to them. But like my wife and I, and a lot of other people that are watching this video have had COVID, and they have formed some kind of immunity to it. So if you got some immunity or antibodies, why are they mandating that we get vaccinated? So we just gonna wait it out, because things change weekly. You know, it changed weekly. So today it's one thing, 2 days later, it's another. So leave comments and tell me what you think about the vaccinated, unvaccinated, or people with immunity. If you got natural immunities, should you get vaccinated? I would like to hear the comments. All right, thanks for watching, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you, and have a great day. And I heard that one of the best forms of vitamins is vitamin D, which is directly from the sun. So I'm gonna get out and get some of the sun. I think I'll probably go on vacation to one of these islands, just sit on the beach and get a tan. I know I got a pretty nice tan right now, but the vitamin D is good for you. All right, thanks again, and subscribe to my channel.